All right, here we are with another Fox 5 Amplified. Jacqueline Schultz here with me. So we're talking about something that we probably don't talk about a lot
Flava
here.
Flav.
Flava Flav on the Amplified today. So Jacqueline, what's happening?
The Las Vegas local. Okay, everybody knows and loves Flav, who lives in town, but he is a big fan of the Olympics and a big fan of women's sports. So he notably sponsored women's water polo. And then for this Olympics, he sponsored the skeleton and the bobsled team. So we saw him, you saw those videos on social media of him out and about in Milan and Cortina. And then after the men's hockey team won the gold, there was a video that sparked this all. A video in the men's locker room of President Trump inviting the men's hockey team to see him. He said, I would have to invite the women's team too, otherwise I'd be impeached. It got a lot of laughs, that comment. And then Flava Flav said, let me invite the women's team to Las Vegas. And then, then there was so much interest in that. And then he said, no. I want to invite all women gold medalists and women medalists and women Olympians to Las Vegas. And all of a sudden, that blew up. That blew up so much that MGM sponsored it. MGM sponsored it, and there's a whole weekend now called She Got Game, and it's going to happen from July 16th to the 19th. So all of a sudden, everybody from all across Las Vegas, they wanted to volunteer rooms, stays, sponsor various clothing events, help celebrate these women's athletes. And it's just blown up exponentially since then.
So it just meant to be something not as big, and then it kind of just took off, and now it's like everybody's talking about it. So what will actually happen then?
That's a great question. We know that there's going to be just special events and meet and greets for athletes and fans. We know that there's going to be chances for these athletes to maybe meet some sponsors and meet some different companies for some sponsorship. A lot of people think, oh, you're an Olympian, maybe you're a medalist, you have a lot of money after. No, a lot of these athletes, especially the women's athletes who don't get a lot of notoriety or sponsorship, they are living, as one gold medalist said to me, and as one Olympian said to me who lives in Las Vegas, a lot of athletes are below the poverty line.
Wow.
They're trying to work to pay their bills, trying to earn a living and pay for their equipment and pay for going and traveling to the Olympics. A lot of this isn't paid for. It's paid for out of their own pockets. And so they just want to help these women get paid.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult. Athletes, they do a lot of their tournaments on their own. It's like golf. If you're on the circuit, you have to pay for everything to get there, to join the tournament. And then if you're not winning, you don't get paid. So did they kind of say maybe how these folks might get paid? Just do some networking, maybe find some advertisers?
Find advertisers, find sponsors, and it's people like Flava Flav. Maybe just an athlete saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to help donate and sponsor the women's water polo team or a various team. They're going to find partners, find sponsors, because that's what not only pays for their equipment, pays for their travel, but also pays the bills too.
Yeah.
And so what's going to happen during this whole weekend? There's going to be networking events for them.
Right.
I've heard from Olympians from the Summer Olympics. They're like, this sounds fun. Let's all come out too. So it's going to happen from the 16th to the 19th, and turns out it's the same weekend as NBA Summer League. So you're going to have hundreds to thousands of NBA and basketball players. You're going to have all these Olympians. You're going to have all these beautiful, fit people all across the strip.
So did Flava Flav, did he expect it was going to get this big, or did he?
He did not expect it was going to get this big, but it just shows, I think, the power of Flava Flav's post and Flava Flav backing the women and then backing women Olympians is that there's a market to celebrate women's athletes. There's a hunger and a market now, as we've seen from the WNBA, for women's sports and for women athletes to be recognized because they brought home more medals than the men did this year, this Olympics. They showed up.
Did he talk about who might come yet? Did he talk about the hockey team? Will they come, or have they committed at all, or what do we know what they're saying by chance at this point?
Now, we do know that the men's hockey team has been very vocal in terms of supporting the women as well. And they've
Right.
done a lot of joint appearances. Who else is coming? Are various celebrities. There's performers. We know that various athletes from all over the Olympics summer and winter are set to join there as well. Who else is going to be on board? Not sure yet. The gist, it's a women's site for women's sports. They are helping organize it all. And it's kind of a wait and see at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of just getting out, so you never know how big it's going to get. And if it's Vegas, it's probably going to get pretty big.
And I asked the county, is there going to be a party on the Strip? We've had parades for, you and I have done it every time. We have done the three-peat aces. We've done the Stanley Cup, the VGK. Are we going to have a parade for Olympians? And the county told me we don't see why not.
Yeah.
It is going to be hot in the summer.
Yeah, it will be, no doubt. But hey, the people can go inside too and cool off, and plenty of casinos to do that. So now, did I hear something? Correct me if I'm wrong, but did you get a text from Flav? At some
Flav
point?
messaged
did I hear
me.
this quite early in the morning?
Flav
heard.
messaged me. I got a message late at night from Flav. So here's how it all went down. We got a number of emails and responses from different companies across the valley that wanted to help out, and sponsor the women's team. And Flav commented at 11 at night. He said, check the facts. MGM is the sole sponsor. And I said, oh boy. Flav, and I messaged Flav, what's the deal with this? Because we're hearing from different companies. And he said, yes, a lot of people and companies were willing to host the women's hockey team, and offer sponsorship for them. But then when I opened it up to all the athletes, all the medalists, we're talking more than, he wanted 100 rooms. He wanted 100 rooms on the Las Vegas Strip or somewhere in Las Vegas to host all these athletes. It's going to be a party. It's essentially a Olympians convention, a women's Olympians convention. And he said MGM stepped up. Who else is stepping up? He said he's going to release the names of the official sponsors soon. But that's how I heard from Flava Flav. And I've been Flav, if you are hearing this, I want to hear more from you. We'd love to do an interview with you.
I was going to say after hours party at Flav's house, right? Why not?
Flav's
just go
house?
all in.
Oh gosh, I can imagine. Depending where it's going to be, I can imagine the biggest party on the Strip and pool party, and it's going to be so much fun. Olympians, one of them told me that we train so hard that when we partied hard. So watch out, Vegas. It's going to be from the NBA Summer League to all these Olympians up and down the Strip. It's going to be a party.
And why does he think this is so important? Why is he so determined to do all this for all these people?
He is such a supporter of underrepresented people. Underrepresented people. He's public enemy, and so he firmly believes in representing people, minority groups who don't get the spotlight, but for whom it's much deserved. So he's really, over the past 2 Olympic cycles, really put the spotlight on women's teams and women's sports, and really just shown hey, we should be in the stands with our gear, cheering on Team USA, cheering on these athletes. They should be household names too.
Right. So, and then just remind us again, so when it's the summer?
July 16th to the 19th.
Okay.
Dates, other than the dates, the times, and whatever's happening in between to be determined. But I can bet if there is a parade up and down the Strip, Joe, it's going to be you and me again.
Probably. It'll be big
very
whatever
warm.
it is.
Gosh, and can you imagine how many medalists and Olympians? If there's Olympians for 100 rooms, there's going to be a lot of people on buses up and down that Strip.
I'm guessing it's going to be more than 100, but that's just my thought.
Oh, yeah. No, the word's gotten out from Olympians all around the country and all around the world, and it's going to be a big party in Vegas.
Awesome. Well, Jacqueline, thank you. Flava Flav, thank you as well. Hope to see you this summer.